5 things I would definitely avoid doing when buying a used car. And if you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Matthew Long, and on this channel all we talk about is making money, saving money, and how to better invest. So check it out. I know for a lot of you it's springtime and a lot of people are getting tax refunds and they're wanting to shop for a new car. Totally okay, but so many people out there make these simple mistakes all the time when looking to buy a new used car. So here are my top 5 things to do before buying that used car, so do not make these mistakes. And starting at number 5, and in no particular order, is securing your financing before shopping for that car. So many people get excited when they go immediately start shopping and then start looking at rates when they're at that dealership. That is a huge mistake. Secure your financing, know how much you can borrow and what your rate will be with that financing before you go out and shop for that new car. And number 4 is a continuation of number 5, and that is shopping strictly for payments. And again, the problem of focusing on just strictly payments is so many things can change the deal that can actually hurt you in the long run. And that could be the interest rate moving around to the term of the actual financing. It could go from 72 months of financing to 84 months. And it might look really good for you, but in the long run, it's negative compounding interest going against you, putting you in a possible negative equity situation down the road in the event that you need to sell that vehicle and you're looking at an ugly situation. Do not shop for just payments. Believe it or not, number 3 is really simple, but so many people don't do it. Whether you're buying at a dealership or a private seller that might be out of state, this is where we see it most often, is buying a car that you have never test drove. So many times, just by turning on the car, simple things that you would not expect, like the check engine light popping on, something not working or malfunctioning in the touchpad, guys, these are always going to be big red flags because more issues could be happening in that car. Please test drive the car because you need to know if the tires have been balanced, rotated. You can tell by the brakes when you're just stopping at a red light whether or not you're going to need new brake pads. God forbid you need new rotors. Again, please test drive the car. Number 4, even if you've test driven the car, if you have a local mechanic or someone that you trust, have them look at the car. A third-party professional will charge you a nominal fee just to do a general inspection, run codes on the car, make sure everything is sound, and they can give you a professional opinion saying, hey, you're good to go in this car. Hey, I would recommend you take a look at X, Y, and Z before making a purchase on this vehicle. That could save you thousands of dollars. Always have a mechanic take a look at that used car that you're about to purchase. Number 5 is a continuation of your diligence, and that is knowing the history of that automobile. So do an auto check, a Carfax, know the history of that vehicle, whether there's been any accidents, how many owners have owned that vehicle, because the more owners that have owned it, there's a higher probability of having issues because not everyone takes care of their car like you may do. Additionally, you need to know if there's been any flooding, damage, hail, anything like that, because once you own it, you then own the history of that car. So keep in mind, always check the history of that vehicle. And as a bonus tip, if you know what you're looking for, whether it's a sedan, a truck, an SUV, do a little diligence in checking out what prices are going for that vehicle. You can use websites like TrueCar or CarMax or Carvana. Just do a radius of like 250 miles out, kind of the mileage that you're okay with, and just see what those dealerships or private sellers are selling your vehicle for, because then you know if you've already secured your financing and you know what the going rate is for those vehicles, you have a lot more leverage to then negotiate whether it's with a private seller or a dealership, because you know what's priced correctly and what is not priced incorrectly. So in short, those are the 5 mistakes that I would avoid making when buying a used car. And really it just kind of comes down to 3 main things. Doing your diligence, knowing what the car goes for in a 250-mile radius by doing a little bit of diligence, securing your financing so you're not taken advantage of by both the sales price of the car or any financing tricks that a dealership might do to you, and thirdly, do your diligence on the car that you're about to buy. That means test drive it, take it to a mechanic, and look at the history of the car. If you follow this, you're never going to lose. You're going to make a smart decision and you'll feel a lot better about your new car that you're buying. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you got value in today's video. As always, I will see you guys on the next one.